Hi, today we're taking a look at what is probably one of my favorite new toys, or action figures, whatever the hell you want to call them. This is Kingdom Airazor. Now, I have a very hate-hate relationship with Beast Wars, and it's not because I'm a Gen 1er. I'm just not a fan of any of the toys that have appeared in the Generations lines. Whether it was the original Dinobot who had pieces that would pop off, or the Impossible Rat Trap, or even if you look at my review from a few weeks ago of Black Arachnia. In fact, there's a lost review that you'll probably never see, and that was for the Power of the Prime's Optimal Optimus figure. And that's because every time I try to do something with that figure, the video would get corrupted. It wouldn't merge. There was something just cursed about it. So I was very hesitant about picking this one up, especially because, again, I'm not a big fan of Beast Wars. I barely know the characters. But this one was recommended to me. And being that it's still International Women's Month, or and International Women's Day was just a few weeks ago, I did decide to pick this figure up. And I'm very glad I did. This is a fantastic figure. I can't tell you enough just how much I enjoy it. Matter of fact, I like it so much, I'm starting off with the robot mode and not the car mode. Let's go ahead, let's bring her closer so you can take a look at some of the details here. As you can see here, and I'm not in my usual setup, I'm house sitting again, but I did bring at least the background. You can see just a beautiful head sculpt that looks very alien yet bird-like. The beautiful feather crest that she has, and just all these wonderful details with the molded on feathers, whether how small or big they are. It is a great figure. My only complaint is the feet, that you can't get rid of the bird feet, and they do stick out quite a bit in robot mode. There's also this piece here, which is rather useless except for posing. But as you can see, it is a fantastic figure. And unlike some other figures that Hasbro puts out for female characters, it's not overly sexualized. Which makes me even happier. Because it's a bird robot. It's a robot who turns into a bird, not a stripper. I'm still so confused why a spider even has fucking tits. Anyways, so as far as this figure goes, it has a lot of articulation. The wings are on double hinge joints. There are a couple double hinge joints, so you can do a couple different things. But this is the one thing I really want to talk about. This side has popped off for me a few times, and some people on Reddit have told me that they've heard of a few breaking. So very, very careful with these hinge joints. They are very, very tight. So do be careful. I don't want to see you break your figures. These will pop off if you apply too much pressure as well, but that's pretty standard. Head is on a ball joint. You can do all sorts of cool things. The arms can't go all the way back because of the wings, but they do get good range of motion. They do go out. You do get elbow joint here, and you get a second, due to transformation, joint here. So you do get a couple extra joints. You do get very, very good hip rotation. Legs, again, that skirt kicks out, so you can go all the way back. All the way forward. You can only go back about that far, and that's because of the tail feathers. You can move the tail feathers up a little bit. She can do the full splits. She does have knee bend, and quite the knee bend. The foot does go up and down. It's on a ball joint, so you do get ankle tilt. And because of how transformation works, she has this weird double joint. As far as accessory goes, she only comes with these two missiles. Apparently, they're important to the cartoon. Again, I'm not a big fan of Beast Wars, so I don't really know it that well. But I do dig this figure, especially the transformation. This transformation is fun. It does remind me of the whole mini masterpiece aesthetic that people are saying for this toy. Oh yeah, the shoulder pauldrons go up and down. Alright, you know me, I don't usually show transformation videos, but I do just want to show just how beautiful and well sculpted this is. In fact, I love this figure so much that I almost wish I could find two of them. It reminds me a lot of the original Masters of the Universe Zor figure, especially in the bird mode, which I'm going to show off here in just a minute. And I do think it would make a really good update on the Sorceress. It's too bad I don't think we're going to get that crossover with Hasbro and Mattel anytime soon. But, I mean, it would be a really, really cool thing to get. Now, as far as the transformation goes, there are a lot of cool little things. This whole section here is on a slide that pulls out. And it is, like I said, very tight. You can see the yellow here. And basically, you got to kind of manipulate it. I don't know if others is looser or not, but mine is extremely tight here. So that's just something I want to bring up. And really, not really somebody who shows the transformations. I'd like you guys to figure it out for yourself and check it out. If you really want to watch somebody transform the toys, go check out one of the other reviewers. I'm more for let me tell you what works, what doesn't work, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to get her into bird mode, and we will talk about that. I'm not going to talk about, well, I'm not going to show you the transformation. I do want to show you one of my favorite little things here. Once you get that full body extended here, and you take these hands and you fold them like that, it actually slides into the back. Now, this is a really cool way of updating the whole idea of a shell former, in my opinion, because this is essentially a shell former, but also not a shell former. It works out really, really well. And again, this is probably one of the more fun transformations I've ever seen in one of the Hasbro lines. And I'm just blown away by just how much fun this actually is to play with and manipulate and transform. And it's really simple too. Like, there's a lot of cool little mini steps, but once you get her into the modes, it's done. It's easy, and you can see you don't need the instructions, and you don't need to watch the other people reviewing to show you how to transform her. She's a very, very complex yet simple and fun transformation. All right, so here we have her in her I don't know if it's a falcon or hawk. I'm not really a bird watcher here. Mode, and it does look really cool, especially the wings. If you've ever bought an Archangel from the X-Men figure over the past 10, 15 years, or even, just an Angel figure from Hasbro, you know what the wings are, you know what they do. And like I said, there is a couple different hinge joints, so there is posability, and you can do a bunch of different things. The only really difficult part really is if you play with it too much, this piece comes disassembled. It doesn't really do anything. I'm cool with it. You can see that she does have some robot mode still sticking out, but overall it's okay. It does still have very much of a bird aesthetic. And of course you can pose these legs differently. You can make it so that she's flying more. And of course she does have that peg for the flight stance. But another little thing here, I don't know if you can see here, the beak. The lower beak does go in and out. I had to actually kind of force it. Mine was stuck when I originally got it. In addition to that, this bird head moves and poses. So you can adjust her and pose her in different forms. Again, this is a fantastic figure. I'm really impressed with what Hasbro did, given that it is a smaller figure, but everything that I hate about Black Arachnia doesn't exist on this figure. I'm very, very happy to have this figure, and if there had been more like this, I'd probably be picking up more of these Kingdom figures. As it stands, this is probably my last one for a while. I do already have some that I haven't reviewed yet that I'm going to show off, but I might pick up Inferno, because Inferno means something to me, but other than that, I really can't talk much more about this. Excuse me. This is a fantastic figure. If you are a fan of Beast Wars, you're going to have to get it. If you're a fan of Beast Machines, cool. If you like birds, cool. If you'd like a really fun transformation, especially for the price point, this is definitely one of those figures for you. Again, it's not perfect, but it is a lot of fun, and she looks really good standing up with other characters. It doesn't matter if it's bird mode or robot mode. And I really do dig the whole look and the whole aesthetic. So, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, hit like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you like, what you didn't like, what you want to see on this channel. I do appreciate all the comments, as rare as they are, But again, I'm not here to make money or build a community. I'm here just to entertain and share my thoughts. Not that I'm the most entertaining person, but again, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic night.